Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brad from the National Pool coming at you with another gear review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Behringer MicroAmp, and the model number is HA400. This is a great piece of gear if you need this kind of thing. Basically, what this is, it's just a headphone splitter. You go stereo input into one of these, and then you have 4 outputs. Each output with its own individual volume control, and this is powered by a 12-volt adapter that comes with it. So the price point on this, I guess getting into, I'll start with the pros first. I only have one con on this piece of gear, really. The pros is, first off, the price. It's retailing for $24.95, which, you know, if you need this, you really can't beat that price. It gets the job done. The second pro is the casing. It's pretty sturdy. It's not like that the red Dynacomp pedal that we reviewed before that you can see in the background there. It's not quite that rugged, but nonetheless, you know, it's still metal casing. Or no, actually, this might be like a plasticky metal, or kind of, you know, it doesn't feel as rugged as that Dynacomp pedal in the back there. But nonetheless, this is pretty rugged. I think another one of the pros would be just having the individual knobs here. So you have your input there, 4 outputs, and then so each output has its own individual volume control. And this works great when you're recording with someone, or, you know, recording with 4 people, and each person wants to have the volume set to however they like it. You know, some people might want low or high or like crazy loud. So of course, when you do your input here, you can also adjust the volume from the original source as well. So if that makes any sense at all, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, and kind of why I bought this, and so I no longer use this product anymore, but I bought this because I was using an old M-Box here. I've since upgraded to the Focusrite 18i8. I always forget because it's weird to say there's like a million of the 18 things, or 8i, whatever. So that piece of gear, which I'll probably review at a later point in time, that has 2 headphone jacks coming out of it already. So that's fantastic. At the time, I was using this M-Box here with only 1 headphone output, and just kind of a sidetrack here. I stopped using the M-Box because for a really long time, Avid just didn't update their drivers to support this for Mac. And that just put me in a really tough spot. I waited and waited and waited. You know, even taking a break from music, just waiting for them to release the drivers. They never did, so that's why I switched over to the Focusrite. And it's actually fantastic. I don't miss using this thing at all. But I keep it around just in case I might need it for something. You know, as time goes on, you might think, oh, I wish I had this so I could do this crazy thing. And so that's why I kind of hang on to gear. But so going into the output here, this is where you could control the volumes. You could really push it if for some reason you wanted to, and then go into this. The simplicity of this is just another pro. 4 knobs, just put the inputs in there. It's not really complicated. It's cheap. It's great. Now, so let's get into some more of the specifics here about how you actually hook this thing up. The input here, as well as all the headphone outs, those are all 1/4 inch. So what you'd have to do here, if you want to use this, you'd have to get a stereo 1/4 inch cable, so not like a mono guitar cable. So I just did a quick price check on this. It looks like there's a TRS. I don't know what that means. Probably something stereo. Total Recall stereo. No, I just made that up. But so you need a 1/4 inch stereo cable. The Hosa cables are going for $7, so not a big deal. Just consider how long you need the cable. And this brings us to our first con here. It's a little bit slippery, or at least I found it to be. So on the back there are these 4 adhesive bumpers that you put on here. Actually, you know what? I think a friend of mine actually gave these bumpers to me because the first time it was moving all over the place. So I actually don't know if those came with this. But that was one problem that we found. Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, a buddy of mine just kind of gave these to me as we were recording. When you actually put this on a surface, especially when you have cables, going in different directions, the weight is being pulled in several different directions. This thing, we found it the first time we used it just to move all over the place. We had put it up on that table right there. When you're recording an artist, you want them to be able to move wherever they want and not have to worry about, just knocking stuff over. And so that was definitely a con of this. And I think that even these little adhesive bumpers didn't quite do it. Didn't quite do the job. I think we had to set something up with some books or something just to keep this thing in one place. So with that said, depending on how you're planning on using this, it could be fine. If you're not going to be moving around, he was playing acoustic guitar standing up, so there's a little bit of motion to that. Plus, he was a tall dude, so the height just kind of stretched this thing, so it was kind of off the table and moving around a little bit. Not a good thing, especially when using condenser mics that will pick up everything. I hope you're not getting too much of the outside noise here. So that's that. That would be the only con. But again, it's $25. It's not a bad deal. And one other application that I thought of, I always like to try to use things in different ways. There could be a reason for wanting to split a signal into 4 different signal paths and maybe routing them through guitar pedals and then going back into your interface or something and just getting crazy effects, maybe like a reverb that's 100% wet going out of here stereo. There's all kinds of stuff you can do probably with splitting the signal. So with all that said, I haven't used this since I recorded my friend, ages ago. But this is still a great piece of gear, and now that I kind of got it out and I'm talking about it, I might actually try to see what kind of creative stuff I can do as far as splitting signal paths and maybe running it through guitar pedals and rerouting it and stuff like that. So thank you all for watching. Hit subscribe and thumbs up if you like this video, and we'll be doing some more gear reviews in the near future. Once again, this is the Behringer MicroAmp HA400, and this of course is gray. I just checked on Amazon, and it looks like they've changed this to a black model, but I got mine from Sweetwater, and I typically get all my stuff from them, so highly recommend going through them. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.